Let's get into a conversation about one of my favorite animals, the focus from one of my research projects, killer whales. I see a lot of comments in social media on any reel that has killer whales in it about whether or not they're whales or whether or not they're dolphins. Let's get this cleared up from a scientist's point of view. And the way we can tell whether killer whales are whales or dolphins is to talk about how we group living things. So first, let's talk about what is a whale. Well, when we talk about grouping whales, we know that they belong to the kingdom Animalia, so they're animals. And within that group, they belong to those that have spinal cords, and they're mammals, so they come to the surface and breathe air. They're order Cetacea, which means whales in Latin, or in Greek, it means huge fish or sea monster. And Cetacea, whales, have two subgroups, Mysticetes and Odontocetes. Mysticetes, the mustache whales, are those great big whales that have baleen plates that hang from the top of their mouth. That's why it looks like a mustache, and it's used to filter out the water and keep in the food. So we have the baleen whales, the Mysticetes, and we have the Odontocetes, which are the toothed whales. And there are more groups called families. There are a few families of the Mysticetes, those baleen whales, the biggest ones. Those would be humpback whales, fin whales, blue whales, minke whales. Some of those jump out of the water. And families of toothed whales, there are many of those. And you probably already know the porpoises and the dolphins. And you guessed it, killer whales are a family of toothed whales. They do belong to the dolphins. So that settles it. Killer whales are dolphins that are odontocetes, that are toothed whales, and they belong to the group cetaceans, which are all whales. So now let's talk about a name. Are they killer whales or are they orca? Well, they're either. Take your pick. I tend to use killer whale more often. I'm Dr. Mithrael Mackay. I'm the director of the Marine and Coastal Ecology Research Center. I'm a marine biologist who studies marine mammals, and the focus of my main research projects are killer whales and humpback whales. I hope this clears up some of the questions about whether or not killer whales are dolphins. Now you know that they're both. Feel free to post this in social media. Tag me on any videos that you have questions about, and we can talk about more things that have to do with marine biology.